The pick and roll, also known as the screen and roll, is one of the simplest plays to execute offensively. While it may be simple to run, if executed properly, it can be a nightmare for defenses to defend. That is why you have seen the pick and roll trickle down from the NBA and all the way down to the youth and high school levels. What is the pick and roll? An offensive player sets a screen for another offensive player who currently has the ball. This is also known as a ball screen. The pick, the offensive player dribbles around the ball screen and looks to score. The screener opens up to the ball and cuts to the basket. The roll, check out the video below. While the pick and roll can be executed almost anywhere on the floor, here are some examples. Wing pick and roll, top side. The ball screen is set near the wing area and the screener's back will face the middle of the floor. Wing pick and roll, baseline side. The ball screen is set near the wing area and the screener's back will face the baseline. High pick and roll. This ball screen is set near the top of the key. Corner pick and roll. The corner pick and roll is set near the corner. This can be difficult to defend, because defenders are not used to defending ball screens from this position. However, you have to be careful because defensive traps are easier to execute in the corner as well. Flat pick and roll. This pick and roll is executed with the screener's back facing the basket. It can be set near the three-point line or all the way in the backcourt. The flat screen can be utilized against pressure. It is also great to utilize in transition as well. A-set pick and roll. The pick and roll can also be executed out of the A-set. This is where there are two screeners at the top and the ball handler chooses which direction to go. You have different options for which screener rolls to the basket. You can have the ball side screener always roll to the basket. You can have the opposite side always roll to the basket. You can also have a designated roller. No matter what side the ball handler goes to, the same player always rolls to the basket. Tips for executing the pick and roll. Players have literally made a Hall of Fame career off of the pick and roll. See Karl Malone and John Stockton. If you use these tips below and get better at executing the pick and roll, your team will benefit from it tremendously. Ball handler pick and roll tips. Ideally, you want to be able to finish at the rim, make good decisions, have the ability to blow by defenders, and pull up for the jump shot off the dribble. However, you can still be effective without all of these abilities. Get low and balanced. This enables you to explode by the defender and prevents the defense from easily knocking you off balance with a forearm or slight bump. Wait for the screen. Too many times players get anxious and leave too early. This makes it easy for your opponents to defend and can also result in an offensive foul. Moving screen on the screener because you started dribbling around the screen too early. It's better to be late than early when coming off of screens. Fake opposite. When you fake opposite, this makes the defense play you honestly. It will also help you set up your defender so you can run them directly into the screen. If they still don't play you honestly, you can turn down the screen and attack the basket. Attack and be aggressive when you dribble off of the ball screen. More good things will happen when you are aggressive and under control versus when you are tentative. Along with attacking ball screens, this approach should be applied to all parts of your game. Head up and see the floor. I see too many players tuck their chin into their chest while attacking the basket and slam right into help side defense, which results in an offensive foul. See and anticipate what the defense is going to do. Great defenses will have good help side defense versus the pick and roll. See where the defense is going and locate the open man. Screener pick and roll tips. Preferably, you want to have the screener be a post player who can set good screens and has the athletic ability to roll to the basket, catch the pass, and finish at the goal. It's always a plus if the post player can shoot from outside, which sets up the pick and pop as well. Communicate. You should let the ball handler know that you are going to set a ball screen by raising a fist and calling out the ball handler's name. Sprint to area. You should sprint to the area that you are going to screen. This will give the defense little time to react and make it more difficult for them to defend the ball screen. Be stationary. To prevent an offensive foul from being called, you need to stop moving and stay stationary as the ball handler dribbles around your pick. Be big. Get your feet spread a little wider than shoulder width apart, knees bent, and hips down. This makes it harder for the defense to move you or nudge by you. Roll. After the screen is set, try to pin the defender on your back, reverse pivot and open up to the ball, and roll to the basket. Reach up your hand in order to give the passer a target. Head up and see the floor. Good defenses will have help side defense on the pick and roll. As you receive the pass rolling to the basket, keep your head up so you can see if there is a help side defender. This will help you avoid the charge by sliding around the defender or stopping and passing to an open player. More options for the ball screen. While the pick and roll is certainly the most popular and can be one of the most effective options when utilizing the ball screen, there are other options for the screener and the ball handler. By understanding these options, you will be more of a threat. These are not the only options for attacking the ball screen, but they are some of the most effective. Ball handler options. Straight line attack. This is when the ball handler dribbles off the screen and dribbles directly towards the basket. If the defense plays behind the screener, this option will typically be open. Attack the hedge. One of the most common defensive strategies is to hedge. By attacking the hedge, this will force the post player to make a choice. Do they stay on you or run back to their post player?